Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Becca, and if you're not, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about all things 2025. Speaking of 2025, I hope you all had a wonderful new year. I had so many things that I was able to learn and do and grow from in 2024, and I'm super excited to carry that energy into 2025, but even better. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 10 habits that are essential for your growth in 2025, my growth in 2025, and we want to cultivate the best year possible. And things don't just happen by chance, things happen by intention and hard work and dedication to them. So let's go ahead and get this video started. So we are going to start with fitness habits in the true nature of a fitness girly, former athlete, all of those things. Fitness just always sounds like a good place to start. We're going to start with fitness habits, and for me there are a couple of things that I know that I want to be doing this year a little bit more intentionally than I have in the past. The first thing is starting your day with movement, and by movement this could look like going for a morning walk, going for a quick run, or doing your workout in the morning. Something to get your body moving and flowing to start off your day is going to be so key for your mental health and for your physical health. Starting your morning with a little bit of morning movement, even if it's just stretching your body for 10 to 15 minutes, going for a 10 to 15 minute walk. For me, this is something that I have lacked in the past. When I was a college athlete, we had to lift at 6 a.m. and then we had practice at 4 p.m. And transitioning into adulthood, I started off with continuing my workouts at 6 a.m. and then I realized that I don't have to. There's nobody telling me that I need to be there. There's no consequence if I don't do my workout at 6 a.m. So I started just doing my workouts wherever it fit in my schedule, and that's kind of where I went wrong without having a time dedicated to be able to do my workouts. Even if it's not at 6 a.m. doing my full entire workout, at least I know that I should move my body in some way to start off my morning. So again, whether I'm doing a quick morning stretch or I go down and walk on the treadmill, then I know that I started my day with some positive energy to get my blood and body moving. The second thing when it comes to my workouts is working out 3 to 4 times a week. Whatever that number looks like for you, just being sure to commit to exercise and moving your body a little bit more intentionally through strength training or whatever kind of training that aligns with your fitness goals. Doing that at least 3 to 4 times a week, just so that you're keeping your body healthy, you're strengthening your body. It allows for mental resilience. It gives you something to work towards, train for. So all of those things are positive habits to build in 2025 to make sure that we are the strongest, fittest, healthiest versions of ourselves. And then the last thing in the fitness category is hydration. You guys have heard me say this time and time again. Hydration and keeping hydrated is something that I personally have been lacking on in the past, but this year I'm being very intentional about making sure that I get my water intake in. It's not just fun and games anymore. It never was, but it is literally so necessary for your body to have the hydration and fuel that it needs. So I am being very intentional about hydrating my body this year. For whatever reason, I always find it easier to drink out of a water bottle with a straw instead of like the ones that you pour or drink back. This is the one that I carry with me around my house. So whenever I'm in my bed, I keep it on my bedside table. Whenever I'm sitting on the sofa, I have it with me on my coffee table, and just making sure that I keep it close to me when I'm home so that I'm continuing to drink water. So definitely keeping hydrated is another tip and habit that we are going to be building, cultivating in 2025, making sure that we're being very intentional about giving our body the water and nutrients that it needs. So those are all fitness related, and now we're going to move into some mental health habits. You guys know, as much as I'm a fitness girly, I am very much so a mental health girly. If you haven't caught it in my previous videos, I am a licensed mental health therapist, so you will hear me talk about mental wellness habits, mental health habits, and tips throughout my channel if you're new here. But if you're not, you know that this is something that I speak to very often. So starting with some mental health habits to build in 2025, the first one is going to be practicing gratitude. This is not new, this is not anything crazy, but it is something that you should practice in your everyday life. And there are so many different ways to practice gratitude, but one of the things that I find the easiest is to journal. Journaling just helps you get your thoughts out of your head onto paper, and it helps you really just reflect on your day and on your life, about the things that you're grateful for, to help your mind focus on the positive rather than focusing on the negative. Our brains tend to remember the negative things that happen in life a lot easier, so it takes actual work and practice to train your brain to focus on the positive things, and that's the purpose of being able to journal and practice gratitude. 2 ways that I practice gratitude personally are through these 2 different journals that I have. So I have the 5-minute journal. This one is not new. I've gone through 3 of these now. And then I also have this mindfulness journal that literally it just says mindfulness on it. I like these for 2 different reasons. I like the 5-minute journal because it has you in the morning. It asks you what you're grateful for, what would make today great, and then a daily affirmation. And then on that same page, when you come back later that night, it asks you 3 highlights of the day and then something that you learned today. So I like that for kind of a quick moments of gratitude, and it's pretty simple. And then the second one, this mindfulness journal, is one that I like as well. So if I go to a blank page, at the top, it'll give you some sort of quote or prompt for the day. So it says, think back on a time in your life that was very stressful in the moment, but which you have now put into perspective. How have your feelings changed over time? So it allows you to really reflect. This one has more of just like lined paper, so it lets you actually write out your thoughts and be able to reflect. I like them both for different reasons. This one is quick, nice and easy. This one actually allows you to kind of dig a little bit deeper and have time to write out and reflect. Practicing gratitude is going to be huge in 2025 to allow you to be the best version of yourself. Okay, so this next category under mental health habits is unplugging and resetting. There are so many different ways that you might be able to unplug and reset, but the one that I recommend is taking some sort of cleanse or detox away from external stimuli. So whether you notice that your screen time is increased a lot because you're spending a lot of time on social media apps, or whether you are just on your phone kind of browsing or not really doing anything productive on there, try taking some time to unplug and reset from that and just allow your mind to get a break. Taking your time to kind of unplug and reset away from the social media and away from the screen is a great way to benefit your mental health and kind of build that healthy habit and things that we want to be intentional about in 2025. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about productivity habits. There are 2 things in particular that I want to share as habits to build in 2025. The first one is keeping a planner. If you haven't had a planner in your post high school or college life, as an adult, I am telling you to keep a planner. This is going to help you increase that productivity, but also just gain that mental clarity that you need on a daily basis. We need that mental clarity going into 2025. So this next habit is something that is new to me, something that I'm also going to be trying in 2025, but I'm going to recommend it nevertheless. And it's the 2-minute rule. It's this rule that if it's something that would take you less than 2 minutes to do that thing right away. The whole purpose of that is getting you up and moving and productive on things that don't necessarily take a lot of time, but they're things that if we don't do them or we keep them pending throughout the day, they can continue to loom and feel like they're growing and growing and growing. And by the end of the day, it might feel like a mountain of things that you need to do. So I am trying this out. Let me know if you want to try this out. But the 2-minute rule, if it takes less than 2 minutes to do that thing right away. Do not let it stick and linger around throughout your day. Allow yourself to be productive. Allow yourself to release procrastination or kind of just delay out of your day. So this next category is self-care habits. I'm going to give you 2. However, self-care habits, I can make an entire video dedicated to self-care habits alone. But for today, I'm going to give you 2. The first one is a weekly check-in. This is something different from your daily gratitude journal. A weekly check-in is something that you can do with yourself to reflect on a weekly basis about where you are. So where you are as it relates to the things that you wanted to complete that week, where you are related to some of the goals or intentions that you have set for the week or for the month or for the week to come. How are you feeling mentally, physically, emotionally? Just allowing yourself time to check in and really tune in with yourself and your emotions. For some people, they do this weekly check-in via therapy. For others, they do this check-in via taking time to sit with themselves once a week, 30-45 minutes to be able to sit down and actually reflect on how the week went. In whatever way that resonates with you in your life, make sure that you make some time to check in with yourself weekly so that you're not living life on autopilot. You're taking the time to check in and tune in and see what it is that you need, what is it that you're missing, how can you refuel yourself and continue to be on the track that you want to be on. This next one I'm putting under a self-care habit because it allows you to keep your body nourished and it saves you time and mental clarity again, and that is meal prep Sundays. If it's not Sunday for you, then pick a day that makes sense, but prepping your meals in advance, whether you're actually making them or you're doing your grocery shopping or you're at least writing them out and planning them, whatever it is that is easiest for you, do that thing. For me, I like meal prep Sundays because then I know that throughout the week, all of my meals are taken care of. I've already planned out what I'm going to eat. I've already done the grocery shopping and I've already made the meals. So when my week gets busy, I don't necessarily have time in the day to make lunch. I don't have time or I'm too tired in the evenings to make dinner. Instead of skipping a meal or ordering out, I make sure that I plan my meals and make them in advance so that I'm still getting a nourished, full, healthy meal, but it does save me so much time and mental energy. Meal prep Sundays is something that I'm prioritizing in 2025 and I highly recommend. And then the last thing that I am going to give you as a habit to build in 2025 is to do something for yourself that is challenging or interesting. For me, in 2025, one of my goals is to read more books. I have taken a particular interest in finances and and finances is a place that I want to focus on in 2025. The two books that I'm deciding to step into and read are related to finance, and I have them here. One of them is The Psychology of Money, and then the second one is The Black Girl's Guide to Financial Freedom. And so these two books are two that I want to read to explore my interest and also learn something new. So whatever that may look like for you, if you want to try something new, try a boxing class, try a new fitness class, try a new cooking class, just do something new or do something challenging, I highly recommend. This keeps your mind stimulated. It gives you something to look forward to as well. It's just another great habit to build in 2025. Okay, so there you have it. Those are 10 habits that we are building in 2025 or being intentional about in 2025 to become the best versions of ourselves, both physically and mentally. It's not about being perfect. It is about just making progress though. So whatever those 10 habits look like in your life, be sure to curate it and personalize it to your life. I love the new year. I love when it comes time to think about things to be intentional about in the upcoming year and just having things to look forward to. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.